Yeah, but I'm saying maybe she was getting rid of all the drug paraphernalia out of the
But then
house.
she would have to get rid of Quinton too. Then
I don't think it's like anything to do with drugs. And hello, sorry, I was waiting for you guys to finish. I reckon it's definitely Danny's definitely involved. I don't think that the mother's done the act. I think she knows. But yeah, and it's definitely Danny. I don't know what it is about him and everything that's happened with him, like literally running off after he so-called got cleared and then just disappeared. It seems really shifty, and the look of him just gives me this gut feeling it's something's not right. It just doesn't fit at all, because if he was worried that she had done something and then ran, oh, I'm going to stay here, why would he leave his baby with her? You would take the baby and run.
See, but that's the other thing. But it's not his kid. But that's the other thing I'm thinking, that maybe they were in it together. Quinton died. He said, holy shit, let's get rid of everything. And they went, he said, all right, you watch the other two. I'm going to go get rid of everything. And she went and got rid of everything. And then when they came back, we know what happened.
And if you go by, like, do you know the history of like abuse, and obviously the grandmother had custody. Do you know if there was an accident, you're going to get blamed straight away and looked at straight away. So wouldn't you panic and then do something that you wouldn't normally do, because you're not thinking? Fear causes so many problems and makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do.
Personally,
and
I would
then
run
you've got
too
the
if I
fact
were
of drugs
Danny.
as well.
I would run too if I were Danny, but like you said, I would have taken my baby with me. Like if I would have taken the other baby too. True, honestly, like you both are coming with me. We're going. If I was like really afraid of what would have happened, you know. So
yeah, that'd be the first thing. You would take your baby and run. You wouldn't leave it in the household. No, I shouldn't say it, but the baby or any child in the household. Then you would like seek like your own personal custody and get any orders in place then from the courts and stuff. And what's bothering me is that it's come out, Michael said, oh, it's not a CPS court order for custody. I don't know how it works in the US, but I thought you would have to have custody to go through the courts.
Thank you. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
All right, sorry about that. All right, go on.
Someone said he could get in trouble for kidnapping. I think that under the circumstances, law enforcement would be understanding. I wouldn't worry about that. You know what I mean? Like if I believe someone did something to my child, actually Quinton wasn't Danny's child, but he was involved in some shape or form, right? If I believe that the 4-month-old is Danny's, so if I believe the mother, speaking from a male perspective, if I believe the mother of my one child did something to her other children, I'm not thinking about no kidnapping charges. I'm taking my babies and I'm going to deal with that later. I'm going to explain to the police why I took my kids.
Wait, plot twist. What if the baby is really daddy's number one kid? Daddy number one's kid. What would that matter though?
Right.
Saying his dad was in the room when Quinton was born. All right. So she's a little hoe. Yeah, they did search the yard with the dogs. Danny had to have heard something because they all slept in the same room. His name wasn't on the birth certificate, so he can get in trouble for kidnapping. Oh, that's true too. That is true though. That if he wasn't on the birth certificate, he couldn't leave with the baby.
But wouldn't you still just do it anyway, take a charge? I would.
Personally, I would. Nothing would stop me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm with you there. I agree with you. He could be everyone's a suspect.
That's kind of how I feel. Like either everyone in this situation is a suspect or no one is at all. That's where I am. There is no black and white for me.
I find it very strange that Liani has got the main focus. They've just said she's number one suspect. Mm-hmm. I don't think they've cleared everybody in that household like they're trying to make out. And I don't think that they've got the evidence that they're trying to make out that they have, because they would have arrested her definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
I think this is why Michael went out and spoke to the BHB the other day. Obviously get whatever story out that he's heard and spoken. Obviously he's been in the household because of the farce it is out there, and protests, and obviously the crap that they're having to listen to. So I think he's done his best. I think Michael is literally the one that's keeping everything together. I think that family in that house would have lost it a long time ago. That's the impression that I've got from what he's been saying on different panels.
I don't know. I feel like there could be, and sheriff being quiet, more suspect. See, Lynn, I have a hard time with this, because why would they say only suspect? Are they doing that because they truly believe that? Or are they doing that because they're actually investigating other people?
It could be calling a bluff, like, to see what the other person might do. Oh, I'm not a suspect, so everything's okay. But in fact, they're actually being watched.
How does Michael know things and he has been there 10 days? I don't understand that. I think you missed the word. Oh, knows nothing, and he's been there 10 days. Because they're probably not talking. Yeah, the sheriff keeps saying only suspect. It could be a lie.
But I think it's rather messed up for them to say that, because now that's brought a shit ton, sorry my language, but onto one person, and that has caused, like, look, the protests and everything that's gone on. Now, what if Liani is innocent? Just to say, and look at the trauma that, like, if she is innocent, look at the trauma that this is going to cause, and everybody else in the family. By singling out one suspect, they should have said, we've got suspects and we're doing our investigation.
The older brother has only met Quinton 4 times. I don't think he's close with her. No, I think they're there because media's there. I think, hey, let me get in the spotlight. Ellie is convinced the baby's in a landfill. I just don't know why. They haven't said why. But, I mean, from the interview we saw, the family does not want that baby found. They're like, please don't find him in a landfill. Why? Because then she gets arrested. But if it was a wife or a husband, she would have been arrested. But because it's a baby, it goes back to my original thought. Baby killers do not go to jail. Look at, what's her name? That blonde chick. It's not Sparky. Starts with an S.
Susan.
No. Rich kid.
No, not that one.
Rich spoiled kid, not Sparky. She had some weird name with an S. Oh my God. Guys, who am I talking about? That chick that buried a baby in the backyard and got off. She had him after prom.
Oh, is that the one that she had the baby at home?
Skylar. Yes,
Yeah.
Skylar Richardson.
Didn't she try to, like, burn the baby first and then bury it?
Yep.
Or something. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
She got totally scot-free. Had like a year. Yeah, cheerleader. Had like a year or 2 of probation. If she buried her brother or sister, that would have been a different story. But because it was a baby, it didn't matter. Happens all the time. I've been saying it for a while. It's crazy. Oh, does she really, Kimkins?
Oh my God, I would have had to shoot her. She would have been gone. Sorry.
No, she never tried to burn it. She said she did.
Yeah. I'm sure she did. Because there was like a shallow grave in the back garden, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Oh, Paul was home, went out for a smoke break at 2:40 a.m. Okay.
And what time was the camera, like the alarm on the door? Wasn't it like 3 a.m., between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.-ish, that the door notified that it was open? And it apparently went to Paul's phone. See, that's dodgy to me.
Hey, hold on. Think about this for a second. This is how crazy this is. So Georgia is now in court about making abortion illegal after 6 weeks. So you'll go to jail for killing an unborn child or having an abortion too late, but you won't put someone in jail for actually having the child that they kill. Make that make sense. Think about it. No, but they do care, Quinny. Think about that, though. If you have an abortion too late, they want you to keep that kid. But if you kill that kid, don't worry, because you won't go to jail. Just make the baby smart. Just make it smart enough that, you hide the body well enough. It's just crazy. Why don't they just arrest her already? That's what I'm saying. Baby killers do not go to jail unless you're blatantly obvious. But, I mean, all we keep seeing are all these drug addicts killing kids or kids disappearing and nobody gets arrested. And Magical Danny sent text. Was it Danny or Leilani? I keep
Well,
hearing.
apparently Michael said it was Danny that texted the babysitter, but then this is what part of the story I didn't quite understand is that then Liani had texted Danny that Quinton was missing, but from his phone to him. And that's what Michael had come out and said. I was like, what? So he must have been home.
I don't know.
But then Danny was apparently late for work as well.
Billy Joel did an interview last night with Cher? Really? Well, that kind of wouldn't surprise me, actually. I think it's the local police with the investigation issues, not the actual state. The fact that they named her suspect and haven't arrested her is ridiculous. I agree. I don't like her either, peace and hope. Has the babysitter done any more interviews? That's what I thought. The babysitter's the one that said Danny texted her. I agree with that. Puzzling news story is that they had fired Diana and hired. See, that's what I heard earlier. But I can't find anywhere that the live-in nanny came in or anything.
See, I think that's a bull story. I don't think that's true.
I don't either.
Because if you look at the video of Billy Joe going into the babysitter's house, raging, going, I offered you $300 to take the kids. And it's like, well, if they'd sacked her, why? She's worried about, oh, why didn't you take the kids? I offered you $300.
Yeah, I know the babysitter did 2 lives last week. I haven't heard. She stopped after Billy Joel raging in her house. Babysitter had keys to the house. She did?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Because normally she would go in early in the morning, pick the kids up, and then take the kids to her house. That I find kind of odd because why aren't the parents up at that time? You've got 3 kids and all in young age. Normally, you set in a routine. The kids get up early, don't they?
So maybe Paul ratted on her? If he went outside to smoke at 2:30, maybe he ratted on her. And that's why they're so sure that it's for real. Good night, Best Nail Tech. I'm actually getting off in a few minutes. I got to go to bed too. I still got to make some labels. I got to get some candles out tomorrow. Babysitter said the whole street knew about this family and the trouble these kids were in.
Yeah, because the kids were out in the middle of the night because they've got a ditch just outside the house or something. And the kids would be like half dressed in the middle of the night, sitting in the ditch playing. Apparently, I don't know, but everything's apparently to me because I don't know what's true and what's not.
Yeah, I don't care for the babysitter. I mean, I don't think she did anything, but I don't care for the babysitter.
I don't like it when people come out and start doing lives and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh, this is what I got to say, like Jodie Sue.
I agree.
It just seems odd to me.
I can't even deal with Jodie Sue. Hell to
Yeah,
that one. Oh no. Cher claims she speaks to Billy Joel and the rest daily by phone and text with a gag order and pick and video daily. Yeah, but Cher is a scumbag. Cher will turn on them.
She's got her head up everybody's ass for content, so it's fine. She's texting everybody. She's probably texting herself.
I agree. I can't with her glory. I never could. Never will. I don't even watch her. I'd rather get, like, to me, it doesn't matter what these people say. I just don't believe it because I know how they are. They're all about clicks and views. They don't ask anything worth a fuck. Oh, come on my channel just so I can grow my channel. No. If you're going to do an interview, do it.
Sorry, Queenie.
Jodie Sue looks like she woke up dead. I hearing her name. I am like so over Jodie Sue. Oh, why is it bad if Cher plays and then turns on the bad guy? Because Cher's an idiot.
It's the fact that you're in true crime. You should be impartial and then not turn when things don't go your way. You should just do what you're supposed to be doing. Listen to all sides of the story and not turn when things are not going your way and you're not getting what you want.
Sticky, I'll give you the right answer for that. Because as a YouTuber, we're not solving a case. We may pick out things, we may find things, but we're not boots on the ground. We're sitting behind a computer. So playing them, you're not playing them. You're just trying to get clicks and views. Oh, let me have them on my panel. Because if you don't have the inside scoop like the police have, you don't know the right questions to ask. If you don't know the right questions to ask, you're only basing it on the news interviews. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how else to explain it. I don't.
Well, look, when you were interviewing Don on your, was it Molly stream or yours? Oh, Molly stream, wasn't it? Don Wells. And then when that went out, it went massive. Everybody was so pissed that you got to interview him.
Mhm.
And then everybody just turned against you and Molly then, because you had literally all the information and so much of what is going on behind their like closed doors.
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah, because you were asking the right questions.
Yep.
You were being respectful and polite, but you were being firm and assertive with your questions, and not this like pussyfooting, sugar-coated questions, like asking what was this person like?
Yep.
Well, everybody's going to say the same answer. They're not going to say, oh, this person was a little shit, was really nasty to everybody they met. They're going to say something nice. So that doesn't give you any information.
Absolutely. A lot of people don't know. When I interviewed Terry Hobbs, on this channel. The video is up. It's 2 years ago. But I saw the way his other interviews went, and I was like, nobody's asking the right questions. I had a wonderful interview with him from the if you don't know who Terry Hobbs is, from West Memphis 3. He was like the sole suspect, and I'm kind of in between about who he is. And I interviewed him in a normal interview, not in a way that he was footing around answers. I was asking him questions, and sometimes hard questions, and he answered them with ease. And there's no point in pussyfooting around an interview. Just ask the real questions. Nobody cares about the bullshit. Dateline doesn't pussyfoot around questions. They ask real questions. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, but you're saying it's just you, but that's the right and correct way, and the other people are just there for, like you said, for views and the money.
Absolutely, because I'm just a believer in that will come eventually. That will come. Money and views will come eventually. I'm still waiting to hit 100K, but it'll happen. But I don't know. There's no point in asking the same questions. There's no, a lot of these people that do this for clicks and views ask the exact same questions on every single fucking panel. And it's pointless. Like, I would have Billy Joel up here. I would have a hard time calling her Billy Joe, and I would end up saying Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Ask her a lot of questions that nobody else has asked. Like, I don't care about the bullshit. I want, get to the core, get to the main fucking part of this. I don't care about the bullshit. I don't care about, what this one said or that one said. I want to know why you left a baby alone. If you had custody, why did you trust her? Like, there's a lot of questions that I have yet to hear anyone ask.
Yeah, I agree.
Gloria, there's no point in interviewing Michael. He doesn't know anything. He's only been there for 10 days, and he barely knows the family. So and what's her name wasn't there. So
see, what Michael is saying is just hearsay, what the other family members or like whoever's in that household is telling him. So it's not facts.
Exactly. Some people call her Bobby. I call her Bobby Joel. Billy Joel. Leilani should have went to parenting classes before Billy ever trusted her and had supervised visits. That's true too. And who were they drinking, partying at that local bar, or is that not? No, it said the real reporters found them and followed them and have it. But to be honest with you, if I knew my daughter did something like that, I can't say that I wouldn't be out drinking with her. It may be the last time I'm ever going to see her. I don't know.
I'll be going through all the emotions. Like I'll be hating my child and loving them at the same time. Now that's got to be so conflicting emotions for Billy Joe, because you know that in your gut, you know that they've done something, or high possibility in the FBI or in police are telling you that.
Absolutely.
But then you love your child like unconditionally, and all you've done throughout the whole life is protect them and try and bring them up the best that you can. Well, most normal parents do that. Can't say with their history, but people learn and change, and that's because she's changed from her past. She had all heart that Leanne would do the same. That's my personal opinion anyway on that.
True, though. See, peace and hope. I think the cops are waiting for someone to crack too, but will they? That's the question. Those YouTubers change their minds so much on things. I'm surprised they're not permanently. I agree with that too, Truth Fairy. And Sticky, I agree with that too. If you get a big boost of clout, people fade out. That's why I always said slow and steady run the race.
Yeah, quick in, quick out.
Problem is mostly with Billy Joel and the example she set for her kids. Not so much, Daniela. She became union. She's got a good job.
Her house is lovely. If you have a look at the photos and the TikToks and stuff like that, the house is lovely. It's clean. Loads of toys for the kids to choose from. Obviously, that doesn't really mean anything, but you can see that she has proper changed her life.
I agree. Baby comes first. The daughter had her time, so I would say protect the baby. Yeah, but the baby's gone already. But the thing is, too, and I noticed in the interview, some that nobody's talking about, why wasn't either one of them crying about her other kids? Your other kids are in foster care or something. Why wouldn't you, like, I just want to hold my babies or something? She never.
There's more. Sorry, carry on.
She never even mentioned the other kids.
Yeah, I think there's more with Leanne. There's some proper mental issues, obviously drug use, and if you go by the post on Facebook, she was disconnecting from the children. If you go like by a Facebook post, like she felt like she wasn't good enough, and all sorts that she was saying. They're like pretty miserable posts that she was putting, stuff that I've actually been posting on my Facebook over the past few weeks because I've gone through hell myself. And I don't think it's her that's been the really bad abusive one. I think it's been a mix between Danny or whoever she's in a relationship with. She's with toxic people.
No, I agree with that.
And the thing called reactive abuse. I think she's overstimulated. She's got 3 kids. She's 22. She's got no home, no job. She's in she's struggling, trauma. There's no excuse for if she has done it, but there's always a route to things that happen. They don't just happen.
I agree. All right, but I'm going to shut down now. I'm tired, and I got to do something.
Oh, well, thank you for having me up.
Thank you for coming up. I'm glad you found.
I finally did it.
Son's